Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, I am DemonFire93, and last time we started the investigation on the body, which everybody seems to think is Kyoko. I don't know who it is, but I don't think it's Kyoko. And Byakuya basically proved that we have no alibi and that we're the only suspects, so not good. But let's talk with Hiro now.
It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and?
Serious? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body.
When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everybody else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? 9 o'clock.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, we left the gym, it was just about before 9, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know? Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
That's a pretty small job. When the body was found has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, Hina.
Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember correctly, the jacket was on it backwards. He was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Yeah, the coat was on it backwards, like draped over them, not them wearing it. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood, which was fresh. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks, that's a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you, too. Sure. Body before the explosion has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Toko?
So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm gonna look. I don't want to pay anymore.
You're no help, Toko. Is there more to talk to Byakuya about?
In other words,
all four of us have airtight alibis. The only one who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. Okay. Alright. Is there anything else to do here? The man-eating plants? Anything to say about the man-eating plant? Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat plastic, paper, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Okay. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? I don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Okay. I guess we'll go into the shed then? Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Okay. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? No. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. So let's look into it. The tarp is wet and covered with mud and grime. Okay. I'm starting to piece it together. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. So the body was killed last night. Tarp was placed on it so that it would stay dry, making us think that it happened after 7:30. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Nothing about the pickaxe? Leave the tool shed? Yes. Alright, now can we leave? I don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Oh, okay, I guess the chicken coop then. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? There were 5.
Yo, what's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course, there were precisely 5.
Yeah, right?
Huh? What's wrong?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh? Ah! Did somebody have chicken for breakfast?
That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If every single piece disappears, if even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished.
I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken Coop Chickens has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? Wait a second. This attacker doesn't have a tattoo on their hand. So this can't be the same person. Because that's... That knife is in their right hand. Which is... the one there, yeah. If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I'll have to ask if he'll let me borrow her room key. Yeah, so her right hand has the tattoo, and the right hand of the masked assailant that came into my room had did not have a tattoo on it. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. I'm an asshole, after all. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I'll check out that one area. What one area are you talking about, Makoto? Would you like to clue in the rest of the class? Please? Oh! I was just thinking, like, where else can we look? Where was everybody else? We can see where everybody else's alibi was, and I think I know where they are wanting me to go about that fragment. The gym! Oop, missed the stairs. Don't you just hate it when you miss the staircase? Yeah, fucking... Where the hell am I? I could have just fast traveled there, but... Makoto needs his exercise. Okay. Into the gym. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
There it is.
I just found something. What is it?
It's
It's what?
a bomb. There's one installed inside every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body has been updated in the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Oops, wrong one. Byakuya. Now will you go with me? You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wow, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Okay. I can't unlock it myself, I need to ask Byakuya. Well, then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Let's go on in. Wow, Kyoko's room, so plain. So this is Kyoko's room. There's a thing on the table. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. A wood block decoration is a key? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But
possible.
if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Alright. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside, even though it's a life or death matter that we could find a clue in there. But no, let's not look inside. Because, oh no, unmentionables. Her panties might be hanging. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? So sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete? Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all was in there? All that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets? What could it be? Under the sheets. I have no idea. No clue. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... Did she know something was going to happen to her? What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 Student Registry, Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and beep. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. This is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Interesting. Why is she known as the ultimate despair if she's the ultimate soldier? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir. For those 3 years, she insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Interesting. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction, the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different it is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world I'm totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Even every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero! Ah, it's you!
What?
Huh? What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile! So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak
Come
out on
on
me!
now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse over here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Don't forget murder. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely, I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. What? I don't think I ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got there, together in the main hallway back then, there were 15 people, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words.
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16! 16, then... Mukuro Ikusawa.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
No, they call her the ultimate soldier.
Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusawa, she's part of the school life and the school killing game. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirikiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? So now I know that she's neither the killer nor the dead body because the hands were not... The masked assailant didn't have scars, and then the dead body didn't have scars, so Kyoko's still alive, guys. Okay, now that's all you get. Ding ding ding. Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, it couldn't be a Fenrir tattoo. The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means that can't be Kyoko. Those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusawa isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Mukuro's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? So that's a good point.
So in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, If Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
go.
Well, are you coming? To the dojo! Dojo! There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. It's also the one number 6, which is what the key that we have goes to, is a 6. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
Right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. It's also got blood all over it. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, it means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still someplace we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? The library! Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. Aha! It is a Fenrir tattoo. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it to you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything happen to jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? Norse mythology? Yeah. That's right. It said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Mukuru Kasaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Build section of your handbook? And with that, oof, going over a few minutes here on the time, I think, but that's fine.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena.
Yeah, it's time for the
It
trial.
damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
Sure.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Okay.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
All right. Well, then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth. Oh, sorry, Makoto's talking. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. But that'll be next time. We'll start the trial and the pre-trial dialogue. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.